You can't even do something without doing a mistake. Why the hell you are even my team? He was yelling on a phone call that Wayne flinched, who was inside the kitchen. Give me details or else consequences won't be in your favor. Cutting the call, he rubbed his wet hair with a towel and got inside the kitchen. Just looking at his wife, his mood changed in a swift second. What are you making? Tebuki and some chicken soup. She immediately looked down, realizing her husband was not wearing any shirt and her cheeks slightly heated up. Smells good. He walked behind her that her breath sucked and found his both arms were resting on the kitchen slab. Do you want something? You sure you can give me what I want? He smiled mischievously. She gulped down as his lips were near her ear and his cheeks were rubbing her hair. I can try. How about tonight? He smirked. Tonight? I'm desperate so. He leaned in that her back touched his muscular chest. Taehyung? Yes, food is ready. Okay, let's have it. Kissing her cheek gently, he walked towards the dining chair and Wayne took out a long breath. What's wrong with him these days? She's still not understanding how her cold, arrogant mafia husband turned so sweet and romantic with her for past few weeks. It was not like she hated his side, but it was hard for her to accept it because no matter what, she still felt scared of him because he was a dangerous mafia. She was a normal girl who belonged to a normal family, but one day she met Taehyung's mother at the hospital where her mothers were getting treated for her lung. Wayne was crying due to shortage of money, and that time Mrs. Kim provided her everything, but in return she wanted her to get married to her son because Wayne was exactly the way she wanted for Taehyung. It was not easy for Wayne, but she agreed, and Taehyung was also forced by his mother. That was the reason Taehyung was distant with Wayne and trying to understand will the relationship will work or not. On the other hand, it was shocking for Wayne to know he was a mafia, but she couldn't go back to the time and trying to adjust in his life while working on her fears. By the way, what he is talking about, what will I give him tonight? Not that dirty-minded girl, she shrugged her thoughts and served the food. She sat beside his chair and silently had dinner. You have magic in your hands. Thank you. She smiled lightly while he took proper glance of his shy wife. Thank God mom chose a right girl for me and I will make sure to treat her as she deserves. Finishing the food, Taehyung took all the plates and cleaned all the dishes even when Wayne told him not to. I don't understand him. Cleaning his hand, he looked back at her. There is still time. How about we both watch a movie? Okay. Holding her hand, he took her to the dining area and both of them were deciding a movie. How about Conjuring? Horror movie? Why? Are you afraid? He raised his brow. Oh, of course not. She tried to be confident. That's good. Till then I'm bringing snacks. You start the movie. With a secret smirk, he walked inside the kitchen and Wayne played the movie hesitantly. Reading based on the true event made her gulp even hard. She hesitantly sat on the couch and Taehyung came back with cold drink and snacks. Looking at his wife, he sat beside her before turning off the lights. As time was passing, the distance between Wayne and Taehyung was decreasing unknowingly. She was scared and when the ghost appeared, she hugged Taehyung tightly. My goodness, it's just a movie, but scary. Taking advantage of the situation, he wrapped his arm around her as it was the first time they were too close. Wayne looked at the screen, then hid her face in his chest and didn't realize she was pressing her body against him. Taehyung felt his throat drying, sweat was visible on his forehead and he was feeling hot, while unaware, Wayne was just glued to him, giving him hard time. Wayne? Gulping down, he just took her in his arms effortlessly and made her sit on his lap. Her words curt when he placed his lips on her jawline to her neck and planted wet kisses all over there. He bit her skin when he felt wetness on his cheek and he immediately looked at her. Wayne was crying silently, which made him regret immediately and he made her sit on the couch. Wine, please, I'm sorry. I was just. He wiped her tears while cupping her face and she was just looking down. I should have asked your consent. How can I be so blind, Wine? Please look at me. She rose her eyelids hesitantly. I'm sorry, Wine. It was unintentional. Trust me, I never want you to make uncomfortable. He was angry with himself for losing his calm. It's okay. No, it's not okay. You should have pushed me away. I was so scared. You thought I will hurt you? She nodded lightly and Taehyung pulled her in his arm in assurance. I could never hurt you, Wine. Maybe I'm a bad person in your eyes, but I only give punishments to the bad people. He was stroking her hair gently. I was cold back then, but when I understand Mom chose a perfect girl for me and my heart also wants you, then I decided to work on our relationship and I promise I'll make everything right between us. 2 to 3 months have passed and Taehyung was making sure to treat her exactly the way she deserved. With time, Wine also realized his feelings for her was pure and felt lucky to have him. She was now normal with him like a friend, shared her pain and dreams with him and developed feelings for him too, but too shy to express them. Now Wine was sleeping peacefully and her husband was admiring her. Soon Wine's eye fluttered and she opened her eyes with a smile. Good morning, Tae. Good morning. He kissed her cheek which turned red. He looked into her eyes, then her lips which he wanted desperately and again her eyes. Now she also wanted to decrease the distance between them and just looked down shyly. Taehyung leaned in to capture them but recalling her tears, he stopped. You get fresh up after breakfast, I have to leave for a mission. Patting her cheeks gently, Taehyung went inside the bathroom. Wine felt sad, unaware her husband didn't want to repeat the history because he didn't know what his wife actually felt for him. Taking a bath, she prepared breakfast with an off mode. She didn't like when Taehyung went for missions for days and missed him badly. She placed everything on the table and sat beside him while having a heartfelt conversation. Please take care of yourself. She adjusted his collar and slid her palms over his chest. Of course I will, because now a beautiful wife waits for me at home. I'm gonna miss you. His heart welled up with emotions and he brought her into a warm hug. I'll miss you too badly, but I promise I'll return as soon as possible. Breaking the hug, he cupped her face and placed a soft kiss on her forehead. Take care of yourself, I'll be back soon. She passed him a smile and looking at her properly, he took his leave with his team members. It was already a week past since Taehyung was out for the mission, but he never forgot to tell her how he was and got updated about her too. Now she was reading a book in her bedroom when the door opened, revealing Taehyung. Tae? She hugged him tightly in excitement when she heard him yelping. What's wrong? She immediately looked away and saw redness on his white shirt. Did you get hurt? She checked and saw the stitches on his stomach and a bit of blood was releasing from it that her eyes turned teary. I shouldn't have hugged, but her words caught when Taehyung again pulled her into a hug. You have no idea how much warm, soulless calm I feel in your arms. Just stay like this. She was careful now and after some time he scooted away. She made him sit on the bed and took the first aid. Remove your shirt. What's your plan, wifey? He smiled. Don't tease me. I'm hot, Wine. She nodded, opening his shirt buttons one by one and removed the shirt. With care, love, she cleaned his wound while he was admiring her. She bandaged the wound and finally looked at him. You'll be fine. Her breath sucked when Taehyung surrounded his arm around her and moved her closer. Of course I'm fine until I'm with you. They smiled, looking at each other, and distance was kept decreasing between them, especially from Wine's side. Can I? Yes. Finally their lips attached into a most soulful way and they shared a passionate kiss. The desperation was evident from both sides, which turned into a long session. Later both of them scooted away and breathed heavily. It was magical.